As of the last week in January 2024, yes, it is January here in San Diego and it's 78 degrees out. The median list price for single family homes was at $1,325,000. Folks, condos are at $699,900. If you are a first time buyer, or heck, if you are a move up buyer, chances are you're not qualified and even more so, not comfortable with a monthly mortgage payment for properties at these price points. Hey, don't beat yourself up, okay? The majority of us San Diegans can't fathom a monthly payment of $8,500 a month for a home at $1.3 million or $5,300 for a $700,000 condo. Oh, and those amounts do not include any Mello-Roos or HOA fees. So what can you do as a buyer in our market here? Something to put yourself ahead of that competition, especially when you are in a price range that is less than these two median values. Well, in this video, we are sharing our insider tips, all the things that we've successfully used and shared with our clients, things to prep them to tackle this highly competitive real estate market, especially here in high-priced San Diego. Guys, our last tip in this video, it's a game changer, so you are definitely going to want to stick around till the end. Our out of the gate conversation we have with any new clients, it's about the budget. Until you lock down your pre-approval with the lender, you're just window shopping. Sure, marking properties as favorites in Zillow, it's a decent way to start familiarizing yourself with the different communities and the price points, but having that money conversation with a mortgage lender takes your home buying process to the next level. It does a few very powerful things for you. Now, number one, it identifies your max purchase price amount, so you have a cap on what you can afford to buy. Number two, it helps you identify exactly what type of property you can buy because it determines what loan programs you qualify for, which is super important. And we will get to that in more detail next. But number three, you know your monthly payment amount, which I don't know about you, but for me, that knowledge is peace of mind. Knowing that kind of thing takes you from being in an abstract value of, I think I can buy a house around $800,000 to, okay, a monthly payment of such and such will actually allow us to buy a home at $800,000 and we can afford that. So all of a sudden you get your pre-approval letter and you're no longer window shopping on realtor.com or any of the lookalike sites. You can actually go out and view homes in person in your price range. And when you do see something that you like, you can move forward with confidence, knowing that you can actually afford it. This step really is an eye-opener for anyone, and it's confirmation for you. So now you're armed and dangerous, as my dad has always said, with your pre-approval letter in hand. Now what? Remember how I mentioned your loan program? Well, different properties and different property conditions allow for different types of loans. And some properties are in such bad shape, no loan program is going to work for them. Now, the most lenient loan program is your standard conventional loan, where you can put anywhere from 3 to 20% or more down. Conventional lenders allow for property that needs repairs. Sometimes they will even allow for a property that needs major renovations. And if you are able to put at least 20% down, you don't have to pay PMI. Now, PMI is an acronym for private mortgage insurance. The lenders charge it to anyone who's not putting down that whopping 20% down payment. PMI is a monthly cost, usually a couple $100, and we don't really want to get into all the weeds with the loan stuff. A mortgage lender can cover all the details about that once you get your pre-qualification. The other loan programs that you may qualify for are VA and FHA. Now, let's start with VA because either you qualify or you don't. Did you serve in the military with at least 2 years of active duty? Did you get a certificate of eligibility for a VA loan? Then you are qualified for a VA loan. And if you're currently in service, that works too. 2 things. Congratulations, because you get a 0 down loan, and thank you for your service to our country. Now, for the harsh news. VA appraisers have a track record of being brutal on a home's property condition. So if you do qualify for a VA loan, you're probably not going to buy a full-blown fixer with that loan program. Now on to the FHA loan program. This is a government-backed loan that is geared towards first-time buyers, offering only 3.5% down payment. And their appraisals tend to be a little bit more lenient on property condition. Hey, if it is a full-blown fixer, FHA does offer 203K loans for repair work. But honestly, guys, in this current market that we have right here in San Diego, anything like, well, say this or this one, I'm sorry to say, there is a ton of competition. Buyers with any type of loan barely even stand a chance. Properties like these are listed as cash-only sales. See, there is so much competition right now from flippers in our market. The listing agents do not even want to mess around with any traditional buyers or even financed offers. They know they're going to have multiple offers from cash buyers with much bigger pockets than any regular move-in home buyer. Cash buyers can absorb any unforeseen circumstances that traditional buyers like you and I can't. So for now, in our current market conditions, it is all but impossible. That sweet spot for home buyers like you are homes that need to be updated, or even something like this, a home that was updated, but it has the potential to be added on down the road. Our tip is to focus on the ability to gain equity over the long haul, and don't try to compete for those tear down type properties, because frankly, you're wasting your time in a price increasing market. Instead, you need to focus on what is in your budget, something that you can remodel as you live there, and it fits your lifestyle. If we do get back to a market where there are a ton of distressed and foreclosure type properties where first time and move up buyers actually stand a chance, you can bet I will be the first one to let you know all about it. So we covered getting qualified and knowing what kind of home condition-wise you can go after. Now let's get to the best part. Things that actually give you the biggest edge in this market. Now, this is going to be kind of a rapid fire thing because there's a lot to cover, and we will go over your particular situation and come up with a game plan that fits you and your family the best once you reach out to us for initial conversation. But for the sake of keeping things more general to fit any buyer, here we go. Our market is continuing to be a price inclining market, like I just said. So do not plan on underbidding if you really want a property. If it's priced well, if it's in a good area, if the bones of the property are good, you are not the only one looking at it, and you are definitely not the only one who's going to be putting in an offer on it. Quick example. Our client liked a property and its list price was at $499,000. He wanted to go in at $485,000. Well, we wrote it up because ultimately it's his decision on his offer price. But get this, that place is now in escrow at $525,000 with a buyer who I'm going to say liked it more. Don't get caught up on if the property has all the bells and whistles on your wish list. Instead, focus on the things that you cannot change. Does the size and the configuration work? Is it in the area that you want? Is it within your budget? Can you redo that hideous kitchen from the 80s and add that coveted oversized shower and soaking tub to the master bedroom in the future? Hey, chances are this isn't your forever home. So do yourself a favor and stick with those big picture items. The key here is to stay focused on that long-term appreciation gain. Understand and work within the California purchase contract terms. So what do I mean? I'm glad you asked. Has your agent explained the California Association of Realtors purchase contract yet? Did they mention that it is totally geared towards buyer protection? Well, maybe that's because you haven't reached out to us yet. A purchase contract geared towards buyer protection is awesome for you because this means that you as the buyer have certain contractual timeframes to approve all of the steps or parts of the sale without your deposit being at risk. You'll have time to do your inspections, to review the seller's disclosures, to make sure that you can get homeowners insurance, to be sure your appraisal and your loan are solid before you move 100% forward with your purchase. Your interest and your deposit are protected. so you can be confident about writing an offer, especially once you find a realtor that you trust. One that's been doing this for a long time, who knows the ins and the outs of that purchase contract and can negotiate on your behalf like a pit bull. Remember at the beginning of the video, I promised to share our best insider tip. Here it is. Be sure that you do work with a seasoned agent. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hear me out here. If you were my sister out in Kansas City, I'd be telling you the exact same thing. I mean, think about it. How often have you bought or sold a home? Not too many times, I'm willing to bet. After all, buying a property is one of the largest financial transactions in anyone's life. But a great realtor is worth their weight in gold. They've been in the trenches for years, so to speak. They've helped people like you do just this sort of thing day in and day out. They're great at getting all of the insight needed from that listing agent so they can get your offer to a top of a pile of competing offers. They'll package everything up for your offer right from the get-go, so it actually stands out to the listing agent and the seller. They know how to structure your contingency periods to be the most attractive to the seller and at the same time offer you the protection to do your due diligence and all of your inspections. They know how to negotiate any requests for repairs, contend with any appraisal or loan issues. They handle these types of issues before they even become problems or even worse, deal breakers. And most importantly, they're there for you. They're the cool and level-headed one when you're typically a little bit all over the place. You are buying a home after all, an investment for your family and a place to raise your family. The right realtor can make things way more comfortable and easy for you, giving you the confidence to move forward and buy the best property that fits your family and your needs. Oh, and if you are watching this all the way through, what are you waiting for? Give us a call already. We would love to help you and your family with the dream of home ownership. I cannot wait to talk with you soon.